good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight on Channel 12, BBB Communications. And I just want to say that we are pretty excited about what is going to prevail tonight. And I have got some really special people here with us tonight. First of all, I want to introduce, she was actually a candidate who won during the Republican primary. So this is Judge Victoria Bowling, and she's with Anderson County General Sessions. And Victoria is actually our first female Anderson County judge.
Yes.
So she has been on the bench since September the 1st.
Yes.
And but tonight she is not going to be a judge. She is just going to be my friend, and so she has agreed to help us out here tonight. And then I also have Keaton Bowman.
Get the bowling.
I know, bowling and Bowman. I would have to get two B's here tonight. But this is Keaton Bowman, and he ran for state rep.
In the 32nd District.
Exactly, in Roane County.
In the Republican primary.
Yes, and that was a five-way
Yes.
race. And so there was a lot of campaigning that went on down there.
Whew, well, it's gotten cooler finally.
Yeah, so we're going to let Keaton talk more about that later. But we, of course, are going to be waiting for some of the numbers to roll in, so we're going to kind of go over our ballots with everyone. We are, I wanted to also let everyone know how, if you are watching us on Facebook, if you want to hit the share button so it can get out to everyone, and if you have any questions, you can ask us on the Facebook Live. We do monitor that, and we can answer questions there. But you can also find us on YouTube and Twitter, and we are also on Boxcast, and those are listed on our Facebook site. So if any of you need to find an alternative way to watch that, or if you have someone wanting to watch it and they don't have access to Facebook, you can ask them. You know, you can go to our site and share with them how to get on there. So anyway.
Absolutely.
One of the things we're going to talk about is we have 4 amendments on the ballot in Anderson County, and we don't normally have these, but we're going to just kind of go over them because a lot of people didn't really understand what they were about. There was a lot of people asking questions. I got text messages today. I'm sure you too have had questions too. So the first one is on the question 1, the charter. It's about the right to work, and so Keaton, what's your opinion on that?
Well, from the constitutional amendment, and this is not dealing directly with the city of Oak Ridge, but it looks like to me this would make it not a, let's see, what's the word? Not a requirement to be a member of the union, whatever said union, to in order to have gainful employment.
Okay.
I guess they're pushing more, using the right to work aspect than union membership.
Yeah.
Of course, we see that, it's turned in very political.
Yeah, we have strong union roots here.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're not in a union, someone in our family's in a union. And that has put a lot of bread on a lot of families' tables. So I know that, of course, we have the plants here, so there is a lot of unionization out there, but there are a lot of people that don't have the opportunity to make a good wage without the union. So to me, this is a pretty critical amendment.
And that, it's kind of the way they wrote it up. I could see how it confused people because, I got 4 or 5 text messages or calls today, and what does this mean, or how should I vote on Amendment 1, or what,
Right.
I'm not understanding what this means, and and they were all union workers,
Mm-hmm.
and I would have figured that it would have been stressed to them a little bit more, but I got them all straightened out and ready to go. But that's going to be a very interesting outcome here.
Yeah.
For the proposed constitutional amendment.
I agree.
I think that whoever writes up the amendments, the way that they're placed on the ballot, it makes a big difference because if people don't understand them, I think a lot of people are just not going to vote. Because they just don't understand. And sometimes it's put as in a negative or a positive with it, and you're not exactly sure which way you're supposed to be voting there.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure you've seen in August, just like I can't tell you how many people I talked to that would not vote on the retain or
Yes,
replace the judge,
yes.
and they said, well, I don't know these people, I don't know what they do, and replace, retain, a lot of people I talked to just skipped it.
And I really feel like we need to have more publicity on who the judges are and that kind of thing. It would have been nice if some of the papers would have put something on there, or Facebook would have had some more information.
I agree. I think there's too much focus on national political issues
Yes.
versus local, and it's the opposite, because our local elections affect us a lot more than national.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So,
I really
yeah.
think that all the judicial candidates who were on there, they're all very qualified. So, I didn't have a problem with any of them that were on there.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
and-
very lucky because we have a good process that you have to go through, and you have to be qualified. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the forms they have to fill out. Forms you have to fill out just for appellate, just for like Judge Spitzer's job. It's very intensive.
Yes.
I mean, you have to list lots of different things, all your experience, why you want to do this, if you've ever had any board professional responsibility complaints. All of that is pretty, it's an intricate application you have to fill out. And those justices, most of them have already gone through that process once, twice,
Yeah.
So we have some really qualified judicial people.
Absolutely.
We're lucky. That was another thing Keaton and I were talking about earlier. When I went to vote, I noticed that there was a sign on the door, and it said that we were #1 for voting integrity.
Voter integrity.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So not only is the state of Tennessee #1 in fiscal responsibility, we're #1 in that as well. So I think these other states like Pennsylvania, they're having major issues up there. I think some of these other states need to kind of look at what we're doing and maybe
need to come
calm
down
the
here
storm
and-
a little
yeah,
bit.
Need to come down here and take notes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a reason why we're the volunteers. So, anyway, what about the next amendment? What do you think?
Let's see here. The second proposed constitutional amendment, the amendment would add to Article 3, Section 12 of the Tennessee Constitution a process for the temporary exercise of the powers and duties of the governor by the Speaker of the Senate or the Speaker of the House.
Right.
There is no Speaker of the Senate in office when the governor is unable to discharge the power and duties of the office of governor. I think this is just kind of, from my understanding, just a temporary, if the governor is incapacitated for some reason or unable to carry on their duties, I really don't understand. That should have been set up a long time ago.
I know. I think this was just a housekeeping issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
That they were looking through and said, and also it's the fact that you want to make sure there's some statutes in place that say, rules in place that say you cannot hold two offices at the same time.
Yeah.
So part of that is that the lieutenant governor doesn't have to give up his seat, doesn't have to give up being in the Senate or a part of the legislature if he takes on being governor for a temporary period of
Yes.
time.
Yeah, I agree. We've got some early numbers coming in, so I'm
Oh,
going to
good.
share those, and then we'll go back to talking about these amendments. Rockwood High School, they have got
Let's see right here.
the mayor race.
For the mayor race out of Rockwood, for the city of Rockwood, we have Jason Jolly coming in with 100 votes. We have Dudley Evans coming in with 43. And we have Tim Big Chuck Robinson coming in with 47. And like I said, this is out of the Rockwood High School district or precinct. For the council race, we have Mike Reed coming in with 106. Steve Bryant coming in with 81. Rollin Cook coming in with 54. Larry Davis coming in with 91. And I cannot see.
Gigi? I don't know. Reed is on there twice, he said.
Yeah. I do not know who Gigi is.
I don't either. Kirby, who's that?
Randy Kirby's coming in
There we
with
go.
78.
I guess we could look at the.
Yes.
Yeah, why don't you look at that? We also have,
This is ours, yeah. This
yeah,
one.
Oak Ridge
this one
City
is
Council
ours.
numbers. Those are coming in. Carmen DeLong has 2,131 votes. Sean Gleason has 2,571. Warren Googe with 2,919. Charlie Hensley with 2,926. And Ellen Smith with 2,876. So it looks like it's Smith, Hensley, Googe, and Gleason are topping those. And then Oak Ridge Board of Education early voting, Heather Hartman, 2,333 votes. Laura McLean, 2,576. Benjamin Stevens with 2,086. And Aaron Webb with 2,383. And then, hold on, we'll get back to this.
He did not have the names on here. Going back to the Rockwood City Council race, once again,
Let me see what this says. Stiltner, 137. Cox. Feller. Okay. Brad is sending us some numbers, but we're not understanding. So give us just a second and we'll get that fixed.
yes.
But there's some early voting numbers that are coming in. And let's see. Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Randy
Glenn Gabriel. That's,
Yeah. Randy Kirby has 78. And then, yeah.
Yes, so we'll go.
So go ahead, read those over again.
All righty, this is coming out of the Rockwood High School precinct for the Rockwood City Council race. We have Mike Reed at 106, Steve Bryant at 81, Rollin Cook at 54, Larry Davis at 91, Glenn Gabriel at 44, Eddie Grief at 31, Randy Kirby 78, and that is the Rockwood precinct. And I'll go over it once more for the mayor's race in Rockwood. We have Jason Jolly with 100 votes, Dudley Evans with 43, and Tim Big Chuck Robinson with 47.
How many precincts do you all have?
I believe for just the mayor's or the city race, they will vote, they'll have 2, which would be at the United Methodist Church in Rockwood
Okay.
and the high school there.
Okay.
And they've actually, this is the first time that they voted at the high school. They actually switched up quite a bit here from 2 years ago.
So we're just waiting on one other
Yeah.
precinct
Yes.
there.
So the other race that we have got some deep roots in is our state rep race, and John Reagan, who of course has been our state rep for a long time, and I want to say I saw him standing out on the road holding a sign, and that just humbled me. And like more than once, I saw him down here at the
He's been
Wildcat
working
Den.
hard.
He has really worked hard. But of course he's going to work hard because Jim Dodson, who's also a local and a wonderful guy, he's an art teacher at Jefferson Middle School. Him and his wife are very sweet people, and he is the Democrat candidate that ran against him. So their numbers, their early voting numbers have come in. And John Reagan has 5,377 votes, and Jim Dodson has 3,859 in the early voting numbers. And then our congressman, we've got Chuck Flashman with 6,804 votes, Meg Gorman with 3,797, and that is Anderson County only. Then in the, you want to do this one?
In the state rep race coming out of the 41st district, this is Anderson County only as we see it. We have Ed Butler, the Republican nominee, with 1,048 votes, and current Representative John Mark Wendell coming in at 464. This is for Anderson County, part of the district only.
Would you name those again?
Whoa.
Whoops. Okay, Ed Butler, 1,048, and John Wendell, 464. Okay.
Yep.
I believe we've got some more city results coming in right there.
Yeah. Clinton
City of
City
Clinton.
Mayor. Okay.
Well, that's going to be a really close race. I don't know.
I don't know.
They're two really good candidates.
Yeah. I like both of these guys. The Clinton City Mayor numbers so far, we've got Scott Burton with 1,013 votes and Zach Farah with 584.
Oh, okay.
So that's not too close.
No, it's not.
Not yet.
I did make a very good prediction there.
There's Clinton City. You want to do those?
Okay. On Clinton City, we have on City Ward 1, City Council, David Queener, 762. Vicky, do you say Valette?
Yes.
Valette. 750. And those are both very good candidates also. On the mayor of Oliver Springs, you've got Omer Cox, 73, and Jason Stillner, 137.
Wow. Jason's a good guy, too. His parents, I know them, and they're really good people. I think Jason, was he a fire? He's a fireman, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've got some more that are coming in right
Okay.
now.
Let's see what we got. Do you want to pull up here? I'm going to send you this,
Okay.
and that way you can.
And then I can pull up some too.
This is going to help. Yeah. I want to thank the people that are out at the courthouse helping us tonight. You know who you are. We really appreciate it because, we know that everyone's watching us to get the numbers, and we want to get them out as soon as we possibly can. Rocky Top, the city mayor, early voting. We have Tim Sharp with 16 votes and Carrie Timpton with 58. Those are some really low numbers. It's really sad. So I feel like our last national election is still having a trickle-down effect on our numbers. Big time. And I think a lot of the negative publicity and bashing and attacks have caused people to not want to get out and vote. So our Anderson County Charter form of government, the early voting numbers, we have for at 3,223 and against at 5,739. So I would about say that we're not going to have a charter government in Anderson County based on those numbers. Let me go over some of these numbers with you again. Oak Ridge City Council, we have Carmen DeLong with 2,133 votes, Sean Gleason with 2,571, Warren Gooch has 2,919, Charlie Hensley 2,926, and Ellen Smith with 2,876. So Charlie's our lead there, followed by Warren by 10, well, no, not even 10 votes. 7 votes. Yeah, 7 vote difference. That's crazy. Sean Gleason with 2,571. And then our Board of Education early voting numbers again, Heather Hartman with 2,333 and Laura McLean with 2,576. Benjamin Stevens with 2,086 and Aaron Webb with 2,383. Our Clinton City Council early voting numbers again, we've got Wendy Manis with 693, Harper Maxwell with 342, Shoni Wolf with 446. Oh boy. So let's look at the Anderson County website. Are you seeing anything on there?
Well, I'm seeing, Bill Lee is coming up.
Okay.
For early, he's got 6,839. I'm trying to stop this. Jason Bratley Martin, 3,861. And I didn't realize we had so many people running for governor. Of course, I realized it when I saw my ballot and the sample ballot, but Bill Lee obviously way in the lead there.
Yeah. I don't think it seems like he just didn't have a really strong opponent for this race.
I would agree with that
why
assessment.
We've not heard anything. Yeah. So.
I don't see anything different as far. All I see is early right now.
Yes.
why don't you go over the mayor's and the city council numbers again?
All right, and this is for Rockwood High School precinct, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is for the Rockwood High School precinct once again. This is just the high school precinct. We're still waiting for early voting and other precinct reports. But right now we're looking at Jason Jolly with 100, Dudley Evans with 43, and Tim Big Chuck Robinson with 47 in the mayor's race. So once again, Jolly with 100, Dudley with 43, and Tim Robinson with 47.
An extra pen.
The council race for the Rockwood High School precinct is Mike Reed, 106, Steve Bryant, 81, Rollin Cook, 54, Larry Davis, 91, Glenn Gabriel, 44, Edward Grief, 31, Randy Kirby, 78.
Okay.
Like I said, those are your numbers for Rockwood High School for the city election in Rockwood.
Let's see what else we've got here. I guess we could go back and talk about, we haven't covered that other amendment yet, but I know that the voting numbers are more important to most of us. You know, it might be a good idea if we have something like that again, to maybe even do a show and kind of go over those.
It would be a really good idea to do that.
Yeah, I
Because I think people would appreciate.
or even just be on Wish, you know.
I agree.
Get the guys and do a radio show about it or something. That might be a good idea. Maybe have some people call in. But it's been a little confusing.
I'm not seeing that. It's scrolling down through here, but not having a lot of new numbers coming up. You get anything
That's
else
fine.
from Brad?
No, I'm going to go over the, let's see. Again, our state rep race, we have John Reagan with 5,377 votes, Jim Dodson with 3,859. Our Congressman Chuck Flashman with 6,804 votes, and Meg Gorman with 3,797. And of course, Chuck is a Republican in that race, and Meg is our Democrat. And then the state representative race for House of Representatives, in District 41, we've got John Mark Wendell with 464 for Anderson County, and Ed Butler with 1,048. And Ed Butler is running on the Republican ticket, and John Mark Wendell is on the independent, which I don't know. It seems like we have a whole lot more independents now, and it makes it hard just because of where we are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just a red area.
Lord John Mark's been out there, I believe, since 1990 or 91.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Very good guy.
He's a really good guy. And you know, I don't hold someone's party affiliation against them.
No.
For nothing, because our roots and parties have changed and their principalities have changed. So I'm never going to lose my neighbor or my friend based on what kind of letter they put behind their name.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's just interesting. We were talking earlier about the gerrymandering and how that's my district out there. Mm-hmm. And it used to be Campbell County was included with us, and Dennis Powers was our representative out in that direction. And then we were introduced to John Mark, who it changed up, and he was our representative. Right. So.
Yeah. I want to thank our sponsors tonight for helping us have this show, and I'm just going to name off who they are. We have Greg Hill Bonding Company in Roane County, and actually Keaton works for Greg, so he's been with him for quite a while now. We also have What's Up Ballooning in Jefferson County, and they are a hot air balloon company.
Oh, that's really cool.
I know. So they're going to have a commercial on in a minute, but they literally are a hot air balloon company, and they have a website. You can go on there and book a flight, and there are a lot of people that do proposals, wedding proposals,
that's really
and things
cool.
like that.
I
Yeah.
just had a birthday. You need to do that.
There you go. Okay, I'll hook you up. So we also have Caitlin Nolan, and also they are in Jefferson County. That is the #1 Republican county.
Oh, really?
In the
I
whole
didn't realize
state.
that.
Oh my gosh!
Would not have thought that.
You would not believe. Yeah, it's insane. But we also have Caitlin Nolan Bonding Company, and she is located in Anderson County. Her motto is bringing families back together. And then Rome Metals, they've always been really good to us, taking care of everyone. We also have Kathy Martin May, the realtor down in Rome County. We have Earl Duff Subaru. They are one of our sponsors tonight. Thank you so much. And we also have Michael Ritter, attorney at law, and he is located here in Oak Ridge, and he also, Brennan Linehan, is one of his his partner. So they do both criminal and civil law. So those are
Two really good attorneys.
Yeah, two really good attorneys. A lot of awards in that office. A lot.
Yes.
I was, yeah. Michael Ritter has been around for a long time, and he has helped a lot of people in this county for sure, and other counties too. So let's see. Do we have any new numbers coming in?
Am I looking at this correctly? Because these are all like zeros right here, Angela.
Yeah, we just don't have any numbers coming in yet. That's what
Do we
it
have
is.
to refresh it?
I don't know.
Here we go.
I guess I just need to do not refresh page. It says
Brad's
results
sending us some
upload.
stuff now.
Oh,
I
good.
believe this is coming in from
Get
Rome
some new
County.
ones.
Yeah, it's Rome
Oh,
County.
good. We've got some new ones.
Yeah. So,
I'm getting some numbers here out of Kingston.
are you? Okay. Share them.
Alrighty, this is out of Kingston Ward 1. We have Mr. Brashears coming in with 189 votes. Mr. Philip Bredwell with 240 votes.
Oh, okay.
Randy Childs coming in at 246 votes.
240 and 246.
Yes, and let's see. Lucy Johnson coming in with 226. Levi Langford with 146. And Robert Sparks with 130, and that is out of Kingston Ward 1. Okay, moving over here, we have Kingston Ward 2 with 109 votes for David Brashears. And Philip Bredwell is coming in with 100 out of Kingston Ward 2. Randy Childs is coming in at Kingston Ward 2 with 135. Lucy Johnson is coming in with 129. Levi Langford's coming in with 76. And Robert Sparks is coming in with 114. And I just got these numbers in here. So that is for the Kingston City Council race, and that is election day voting for Kingston Ward 1 and Ward 2.
Okay. We have got some other
Yeah.
numbers coming in. Did you do Kingston City Council just now?
Yes.
Okay. Brad just sent them to me too. Anderson County, we don't have much information yet, so if you guys will just be patient with us. And again, we want to thank you for tuning in and spending the evening with us tonight. And I know we are on the curtail of a time change, so everyone, it feels like I'm ready for bed already. But we'll try to get through this as fast as we possibly can. It looks like these are some, yeah, here we go. August. Yeah.
That's from the primary.
I know, that's what I was going to say. This is, it's got August 4th on here.
Yes.
Yeah. So, let me see what this, he sent me two. Are both of them from August? Yeah. Okay. There we go. So, all right.
It looks like we'll be waiting here for
Yeah.
a little bit until the next round of votes come in here. And you know what I'll be interested to see tonight is when you break down the percentages from each county, especially dealing with the state reps races, because we have 3 state rep races that intertwine all these counties. You know, I believe in August it equaled out to be 27%. That sound about right?
I think so, yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, Victoria, I believe, I don't know what the numbers were in Anderson County exactly, but it seems like the voter apathy has just kind of went down, and, you know, that's not a good sign for us.
No, it's definitely not. I don't know what kind of reception that you received when you were out knocking door to door. Did you get some people that just said, I'm not going to vote?
Well, you know, it was very strange because, you know, I talked to several people as we were gearing up to go door to door, and, you know, you had some people who had been in public office for 30 years, and they said, you know, door knocking is a thing of the past. And
Really?
you know, I just couldn't believe that. And then you had other people say that, you know, had been in there maybe a term, and they said, you've got to knock doors. And, you know, the response, I think it's just kind of how you make it. Of course, it's a different time, and, you know, you've got to be safe going out here. And when we'd go out, I'd make sure that my whole team had, you know, shirts on and have our signs out so that way people knew who we were.
Right.
But, you know, overall, you know, when you go through and knock through, that's not really the only way you can get people, you know, let people hear your message and what you're running for, because, you know, we rely so much on technology now, but I always felt like it's still important to put a face and, you know,
I
hear
think
the
it really
people's
is.
concern.
Well, you're talking to one of the queen of door knocking
Yes.
for Anderson County, so I could almost attest to the fact
My
that.
husband and myself and my two girls and their boyfriends too, we put them to the test.
Yeah.
We decided if you can't door knock for, you know, the mom, then
Yeah.
you just can't be accepted in the family.
Yeah, well, I think part of it too, you know, COVID is still
Yeah.
impacting, and I know I've got a friend that she really didn't do much door knocking because, you know, Charlotte Bauer, she didn't want to, you know, present herself in the wrong way.
Right.
So I think they would leave something on the door, but they didn't literally knock, and I think that's good too. I think you kind of have to know your area
Yes.
too.
Surprisingly, it didn't seem like that was an issue
Yeah.
when we were going out in Anderson County.
Yeah, that's good.
people were
Oak Ridge
very
is a little
open.
different
Yes.
here, so
Yes,
yeah.
it was when I had done the section of Oak Ridge and Rome County, your response was a lot different. You had about half that really liked you knocking on the door, and then the other half, they just did not like it at all.
That's true. But out in the county, it just seemed like people were very receptive and wanting to hear from you.
Yes.
I've
and
got
hear your
some.
position. You got some more
Yeah, this
numbers?
is Rome County results. This is for the. Let's see. Let's start here. These are the constitutional amendments. Some of those
Okay.
numbers are coming in. We'll start with the governor. Bill Lee has 5,684 votes, and coming in behind him is Jason Martin, and he has 1,832 votes. Constance Avery, she's an independent, 44. Independent John Gentry, 51. Independent Basil Marcoux has 7. Charles Van Morgan with 9 votes. Alfred O'Neill, 25. These are early voting numbers. Independent Deborah Roos, she has 48. Independent Michael Scantlin, 16 votes. Independent Rick Taylor, 38. And we had 18 write-ins, so we don't know really.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So that's just our early voting numbers. Rome County, we've got 20 precincts that have to come in. For our constitutional amendment, Rome County, we have got on amendment number 1, yes with 5,010 and no at 2,508. And then constitutional amendment number 2, yeses are 5,183 with noes at 2,110. Constitutional amendment number 3 is 5,560 and noes are 1,779.
The
And
third that's the one on slavery and
Yeah.
voluntary servitude.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we've abolished that, thank goodness. Constitutional amendment number 4, we have got 4,640 yeses and 2,770 noes.
That's the one on the ministers of the gospel
Yeah.
being able to run.
So, yeah, so it looks like ministers are going to be able to do, it looks like the yeses are carrying on that.
I mean, we already have ministers that are in the legislature.
know.
We're trying to clean up, I think, some of the old archaic language in the Constitution
Yeah.
Yes.
and the amendments.
So let me see, I just don't want to skip anything here. I've got several friends out here watching tonight, Dutch Valley and different areas of Clinton, and some of my friends here in Oak Ridge helping me, and I just want to thank you all. And thanks for the text messages. It helps so much. This is Rome County, U.S. House of Representatives, District 3. Chuck Fleischman with 5,751 votes. And Democrat Meg Gorman has 1,836. Independent Thomas Roomba, 45 votes. Independent Rick Taylor with 82 votes. 12 write-ins. And our totals, that's just early voting numbers. House District 32, that would be Rome County down where Keaton ran. And Representative Monty Fritz has 5,293 votes, and Jan Hahn, the Democrat candidate, with 1,871. House District 41, we have Ed Butler, the Republican candidate, 247. John Mark Wendell with 119. That looks a little bit better than that 48.
That's a lot closer, that's for sure.
I was wondering.
You know, the way they split up the district now with 41 is, you know, in Rome County they only have Oliver Springs.
Yeah.
Kind of like before, you know, this last redistricting, you know, they cut off about 3/4 of Rockwood and had it in the 31st district, but now that's all back. But Oliver Springs is part of the 41st district now.
Okay, gotcha. Our mayor race in Kingston, Becky Humphreys has 458 votes, Tim Neal with 608. And then, these are different. You want to do the city council for Kingston?
Okay, the city council for Kingston, this is early voting numbers here. We have David Brashears with 445, Mr. Philip Bradwell with 471.
445, 471, that's
Yes, and Randy Childs is coming in with 524 votes. Lucy Johnson is coming in with 581 votes. Levi Langford with 281, Robert Sparks with 410, and 11 write-ins.
Okay. There's that. Anything over there yet?
nothing. Just
Anderson
zeros.
County's just a bunch of goose eggs, guys, so just bear with us here. City Council Oak Ridge numbers, we have Carmen DeLong, 431, Sean Gleason, 577, Warren Googe, 663. These are early voting. We got better numbers than that earlier. Yeah. Charlie Hensley, 665, Ellen Smith, 640. So, yeah, these are just early voting. We don't need those. Oak Ridge charter amendments. We have some totals for that. For charter amendment number 1, we have 766 yeses and 180 noes. Amendment 2, we have 838 yeses, 96 noes, and that's it. Didn't tell them that, number 3 and 4. The Rockwood mayor, we have some updated numbers. Dudley Evans with 97 votes, Jason Jolly with 334, and Big Chuck has got Robinson with 147. And Rockwood City Council, Stephen Allen Bryant with 266, Roland Cook with 119, Larry Coach Davis, he has 295, Glenn Gabriel with 228, Edward Grief has 133, Randy Kirby with 206, and Mike Reed with 307. The mayor, we're still, okay, those are early numbers. I think we got some better ones for that. Alderman, for early voting in Oliver Springs, Ward 1, we have Robert Miller with 40, and he ran unopposed. Alderman, Ward 2, Jeffrey Bass, 41 votes, and he was unopposed.
Okay.
Alderman for Ward 4, and that's in Oliver Springs. We didn't have anyone.
Oh, really? What do they
Yeah.
do then?
I don't know.
I think they'll have to appoint somebody.
Yeah, they'll have to.
Oh, okay. So the
yeah.
mayor appoints someone?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so, which is very interesting to me. So let me see what Brad's got. Brad's got some new numbers for us here. Those are old. We got better numbers than that.
If you're in that ward in Oliver Springs, maybe you need to start lobbying the mayor
Yeah.
if you want to get that job.
Yeah. No, thank you. Okay, telling the boss to come back. So they're starting to post the numbers now on a screen, thank goodness, for Rome County.
Okay.
So we sent Brad to Rome County Courthouse tonight because last August they sent the numbers to Nashville to be approved before we got them.
Really?
Yeah. So we have someone out in the field helping us there, and we've got people at the courthouse in Anderson County as well. Anything on the Anderson County numbers yet?
Nothing. How long does it usually take to...
Refresh it and see if.
Okay, how do you refresh? Here?
Hit the button.
Which is the button?
Where that, right there.
Okay, got it. Now we have numbers.
There we go.
Okay.
So, those are early voting numbers. We've got better numbers than that, though, already sent to us. Thank goodness.
They put some absentee numbers in here. We've got absentee, early, and then election for the constitutional amendments.
Yeah.
Those are final total numbers.
I know they're early voting. I believe. Oh,
It says
no, it
early,
does-
absentee, election, and
There
then
we
total.
go. Okay, good.
So on constitutional amendment number 1, yes is 438 absentee, 6,747 early. For the election, 455. So the total is 7,640 on yes. The total is 4,163 on no. So it looks like yes.
Rome County just had 3 precincts come in, so we'll be getting some new numbers here
Numbers
in just
on
a
that.
minute for you on that. Rome County's rocking tonight. They're doing a lot better. So much better. So,
On constitutional amendment number 2, the total on the yes for number 2 is 8,498, and no is 2,717. So that yes is definitely way ahead on that one. And on constitutional amendment number 3, 9,056 is yes, 2,144 is no. And then on the last one, constitutional amendment number 4, yeses have 7,055 and noes have 4,196.
awesome. We're going to take a break for just a minute and go to commercial, and we will be back in just a moment.
Hill Bonding Company is a locally owned and operated bail bonding company handling Roane, Loudoun, and Morgan counties in Tennessee. We are available 24/7 because we realize that bad things happen to good people, and we are here to help when you need us most. We are completely confidential and here to serve you. In jail? Need bail? Just chill and call Hill. Hill Bonding Company, 865-245-4545.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy Mae Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Herman and Rockwood.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman is East Tennessee's best choice for pre-owned vehicle sales and service. Earl Duff is a name you know and trust, and we have been meeting the automotive needs of Roane and surrounding counties for over 49 years. Shopping with us is easy, and we treat our customers like family. From sales to finance to service, we're your one-stop shop for everything automotive. Don't settle for less with your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Come to Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman or online at duffpreowned.com.
What better way to see the Smoky Mountains than from a hot air balloon?
What's Up Ballooning gives you the opportunity to do just that.
Located in New Market, What's Up Ballooning is locally owned and operated by Ray Fournier and his wife Marianne. Both are pilots, hot air balloon repairmen and former FAA aviation safety counselors. Their passion for ballooning encompasses all aspects of the sport.
So, for your next adventure of a lifetime, visit What's Up Ballooning. Book your flight online today at www.whatsupballooning.com.
Hello everyone, thank you again for tuning in to Channel 12. If you are watching us on TV tonight, you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and there's several different ways. If you want to go to our Facebook page, there's links to all the different ways that you can watch us, but thank you so much for tuning in. We are doing our best to get our numbers out. Roane County has 3 precincts that are about to report, and Anderson County numbers are slowly trickling in. We've got some people out in the field that have actually been helping us, giving us better numbers than what we normally get through our sources. So you want to just go over some of the numbers again for everyone, that people that might be just now tuning in?
On City Council, it looks like I have early and absentee on that for Ward 1, City of Clinton, David Queener and Vicki Vallette on David Queener. We've got a total of 804. Vicki Vallette, 805.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So 804 and 805. Oh, okay. Well, those are the early voting and the absentee. So it's going to be the election that makes normally you have a really big lead on early voting, and then you can sort of predict who's going to win. But that's very. So on Ward 2, Brian D. Hatmaker is the only person who's running there. Mm-hmm. He received 1,248. On Ward 3, we've got Wendy Manus at 753. Harper M. Maxwell at 355. Mitchell Shoney Wolf at 466. And then on the Board of Education, Ward 2, City of Clinton, you voted for 2 on that, and there's only 2 people on the ballot, but it's Timothy Bible. He received 1,004 votes, and Curtis Isabel, 1,061. Okay. That was pretty close too, but they picked 2 people. So on Board of Education, Ward 3, City of Clinton, Lori Ann Wilson, 1,283. She's an awesome person.
Absolutely.
And then City Council, City of Norris, they were able to vote for 5, and 5 people were brave enough to be on council.
Put their name on there?
Yes, they were. So Bill Grieve received 234 votes. William Grinder, 245. Chris Mitchell, 258. Charles P. Nicholson, 251. And Loretta A. Painter, 236.
I'll turn over right here to, again, going over the early voting numbers for city elections down in Roane County. For the mayor of Kingston, we have Becky Humphreys with 458 votes in early voting. And Mayor Tim Neal with 608 votes in early voting. Turning to the city council race in Kingston, we have David Brashears with 445 votes, Philip Bredwell with 471 votes, Randy Childs with 524 votes, Lucy Johnson with 581 votes, Levi Langford 281 votes, Robert Sparks with 410, and those are numbers coming we've got here from Roan elections. Turning here to the City of Rockwood election for early voting, we have Steve Bryant with 266, Roland Cook with 119, Larry Coach Davis with 295, Glenn Gabriel with 228, Edward B. Grief with 133, Randy Kirby 206, Mike Reed 307. And those are early votes.
We've got someone requesting the Oak Ridge Board of Education early voting numbers again. Heather Hartman has 2,333, Laura McLean 2,576, Benjamin Stevens with 2,086, and Aaron Webb with 2,383. And that was a vote 3, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I believe we have some final numbers
okay.
for the city elections down here in Rockwood. Jason Jolly has been elected mayor. Mike Reed led the ticket, followed by Steve Bryant, and then Coach Larry Davis coming in third.
Okay.
And for the Kingston City election, Tim Neal has been reelected mayor. Randy Childs led the ticket. Lucy Johnson and Philip Bredwell will be the 3 new council members, or be the 3 council members on there.
Good deal. Good deal. Anything new with you?
Nothing new.
We have someone watching tonight, and I just want to say hello to her. She is just a little firecracker in our community, and I see her. She's on my Facebook page, but she is such a servant. She volunteers all the time, and she's in 4-H, and her mom is just a really sweet woman, and they are just constantly doing something. But I want to say hi to Emma Grace Bridges tonight. I know that you're watching, and I am just so proud of you, little girl, and I know you're going to do great things, and maybe someday I can have you come down here and be on the show with me, okay?
She's awesome. She was helping at the Miss Shining Star.
I don't doubt it.
The pageant, that for disabled girls and adults, and she did a really good job with that.
I think she's in school in Lake City. Is she?
I think that's right.
Yeah, Lake City Middle, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah. I think she got on student council recently too, so she's constantly doing something. She reminds me of the little Wilder girl that does the weather, Amelia.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's awesome too.
Yeah, they're 2 little firecrackers, that's for sure. And then let's see. We'll just go over some numbers again, I guess, to let people know what's going on. Our Anderson County Charter government, the early voting numbers, we had 3,223 for, and against was 5,739. Let's see, Rocky Top City Mayor early voting, Tim Sharp had 16 votes and Carrie Timpton had 58. I know Tim, but I don't know Carrie. Do you know him or her? I don't either.
I think I have some final numbers for the governor.
Okay.
It says Bill Lee, a total of 7,751. Did we go over these? Jason Brantley Martin, 4,350. Constance Every, 60. John Gentry, 63. Basil Marquet,
Yeah, Marquet.
12. Charles Van Morgan, 15. Alfred O'Neill, 4. Deborah Rouse, 25. Michael Scantlin, 8. Rick Tyler, 21. LaMichael D. Wilson didn't get any votes, and neither did Stephen Maxwell.
I've got some numbers here for the Tennessee House in District 41, and these are by county numbers that are coming in now. The overall breakdown, we have Ed Butler, our Republican candidate, with 3,063 votes. He has 50.19%, and John Mark Wendell, our independent, has 3,040 votes, so he has 49.81%.
Oh, okay.
So that race is
That was
starting to-
3,600 and what for Butler?
3,063 versus 3,040, so we got a 23 vote difference.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
Barred
and
Morin.
so Anderson County numbers, Ed Butler had 1,143, and John Mark Wendell had 503. So Ed Butler carried Anderson County, and then Fentress, John Mark had 693 votes, and Ed Butler had 547.
We have the early, did we go over the early voting numbers for District 32?
I don't know if we did or, I think we did.
Well,
So-
in District 32, we have Monty Fritz coming in with 5,293 to the Democrat, Dr. Hahn, with 1,871 votes, and that is just early voting from Roane County because part of the district, we have all of Lenore City in that district.
Okay.
And I believe we're still waiting on numbers for that.
Okay. We've got Overton County's numbers came in for the House State Representative race, and that would be John Mark Wendell in Overton County had 1,725 votes, and Ed Butler had 1,126. In Roane County, Ed Butler had 247 votes, and John Mark Wendell had 119. So we are 23 vote difference there in that race.
That is really close.
Yeah, very, very.
So how many counties is that?
I believe it's 5 when they total it all up.
Yeah, it's
I
5
cannot
counties.
imagine
I know.
trying to campaign in 5 counties.
Me either.
I talked to some of the judges at one of the conferences we went to and how much money they had to spend to run in like 5 different counties. It was
It's insane.
$100,000 and up.
Yeah. And that's tons of people volunteering.
Right.
You know, yeah.
I mean, just think of how many newspapers you have to pay for and
Yes.
television stations to make sure. Of course, you can do Facebook, but
I know, but still, you have to advertise. And you know, that's one thing about Channel 12. We have very, very economical advertising
yes,
for our
I did
candidates.
a lot of campaigning with
Yes.
Channel 12, and it was very, very helpful.
Yes, and I've kind of done a little bit of an analysis, and it seems like people that advertise on Channel 12 win. They do. They just do. And so it's been an interesting year.
I would
let's just say
definitely
that.
recommend it. It helped me a lot.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, you're supporting local, too. That's it. You know, when you are putting money back into your community. So, oh, goodness gracious. Well, we're waiting. Have you refreshed Anderson County to see if there's anything
Let's see
going
if I
on
can
there?
do that again.
If we're waiting, can we mention the sponsors again?
Yes, let's
Yes.
do that.
That's a good
Thank
idea.
you so much. We want to thank our sponsors one more time tonight. We have Greg Hill Bonding in Roane County, and he, what's your motto?
Just chill and call Hill.
There you go. And we have What's Up Ballooning, and they are located in New Market, Tennessee. That is a hot air balloon company, Ray and Marianne Fournier. And they are wonderful people. And if you want to go on their website, they are on Facebook also. And you can look them up and book a hot air balloon ride with them. And those are done at sunrise.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are.
That sounds like a
I
lot of
know,
fun.
and it is. It's a lot of fun. The weather has to be perfect, but
That's for your safety. So.
yes, but they balloon about 360 days a year. So if the weather's right, and they stay booked.
I've sort of always wanted to do that.
Yeah, well, there's a couple festivals too that do hot air ballooning, so people can go to that. But this is like private. So if you've got a special event or something you want to do, or maybe a proposal, that is something really, really neat. And some of the baskets can hold up to 6 people.
Oh,
so you can
really?
take a group. Yeah, so your whole family can go up if they want. But there's, it's safer than people would think too. I mean, it's rare that you have, an accident. Those people are so overly cautious, and the conditions have to be just right, or they will not take a chance on it. But it's beautiful. It's just beautiful up there. It's a lot of farmland, and sometimes they land in a farmer's yard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's a tradition.
Today would have been a perfect day because it wasn't
would.
great weather
It was
today.
beautiful. Yeah, you can actually, they have a Facebook page, and you can go on there and they record. They also tape the whole ride so you can have it forever. So it's really neat to watch, yeah. But when they land, it's a tradition based on the original flight that they did. They will give wherever they land either a bottle of champagne or a bottle of apple cider based on their
that's neat.
alcohol preferences.
Right.
So yeah, so it's really a lot of fun to do something like that. So then we also have Caitlin Nolan Bonding, and her motto is she's bringing families back together. Caitlin's located in Clinton, Tennessee. We have Roan Metals from Roan County, of course, and they have just been amazing. They support us all the time, along with some of these other people. We have Earl Duff Subaru, and they are located in Roan County. They're down there on Galhar Road. We have Caitlin, I said that already. We have Michael Ritter and Brennan Linehan, attorneys at law, and they are located here in Oak Ridge, and they do both criminal and civil law. And then we also have Kathy May Martin with Realty, yeah, there we go, thank you. She's with Caldwell Banker. Yeah, and Kathy, she does a lot of business in Roan County. She's a really, really good person to work with. So if you're thinking of buying or selling, please give Kathy a call. And let's see.
So
What
did
else
we
do
go
we
over
have?
John Reagan and Jim Dotson? Because this looks like final numbers here,
Okay, awesome.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. So House of Representatives District 33, our totals are in, and we have John Reagan with 7,570 and Jim Dodson with 5,016. That's really, I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Jim, you did an amazing job. You worked hard. You've got 40% of the vote, and John Reagan got about 60% of the vote. So, you know, when you go against a candidate that's been there forever,
Yes.
and has all those connections, it's really hard. So that's, for him to put his name on a ballot one time, that's really good. Here we got some other numbers that have
Looks
come
like
in.
we've got, for the mayor of City of Clinton, these look like final numbers to me. Scott Burton, 1,525. Zach Thera, 902.
Okay.
So it looks like Scott Burton came out on top there. And then also we've got David Queener for City Council Ward 1, City of Clinton. David Queener, 1,191. Vicki Vallette, 1,105. That's very, very close.
Now, in Anderson County, we've got 10 of 28 precincts reporting as of right now.
Okay.
So,
So we still have some more coming in on those?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And on Ward 2 is Brian Hatmaker with 1,838. He was the only person on the ballot there in Ward 2. Ward 3, looks like Wendy Manus is in the lead right now with 1,049. Harper Maxwell, 522. Mitchell Shoney Wolf at 666. And then with the Board of Education, there are two candidates there, but you can vote for two. So Timothy Bible had 1,456. Curtis Isabel, 1,484.
Okay.
Also, the Board of Education, Ward 3, Lori Ann Wilson with 1,873. We've already gone over City of Norris, so.
Here's the mayor of Oliver Springs. We've got some numbers in on them. Omer Cox with 152 votes, and Jason Stiltner with 430.
Okay.
So he's doing
Have we
really
heard anything
well.
from Rocky Top? Do you have any reportings on any of that?
Well, I've got this. Now, this is with 10% or 37% is
Okay,
10 out
okay.
of, but yeah. So with that one, we have Tim Sharp with 57 and Carrie Templin with 265. So that's changed too. Okay. And let's see, City Council of Rocky Top. Let me turn this so I can see it better. Mac Bunch has 210 votes. Denise Castile, 76. Richard Dawson, 45. Tony Devaney with 39. And Jeff Gillum with 227.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 10 out of 28 precincts reporting, which is about 36% of the vote. And then our charter form of government totals, those have changed a little bit too. For the charter, we have 4,404, and against the charter, we have 8,158. So 65% of the vote is against the charter for Anderson County. Let's see what else we got.
Now, Knox County has a charter form of government,
Yes, they
right?
do.
Okay.
Yes. The boss is back in the house. Okay. Let's see.
So does it tell on here where the percentage of vote that's in? So I just want to make sure that this is final. Scott and Zach.
Yeah, 94%
Okay.
of the vote. Yeah. Yeah. So drop everything over here. Let's see. I've got some new numbers here for Oliver Springs as well. Looks like, yeah. Omer Cox, we did that one. Well, I'm losing it. Hold on a second. I'm having to zoom in and out to get these. So Omer Cox, again, he had 152 votes, and Jason Stiltner with 430, and that is for, that's 94%.
Okay.
Pretty much call it.
Yeah, so Jason Stiltner, we can say, has won mayor of Oliver Springs. And then alderman, we have Robert Miller in Ward 1, and Ward 2 is Jeffrey Bass. Alderman Miller will have 487 votes, and Jeffrey Bass have 500 votes. And then, of course, there was no candidate in 4. And then the mayor of Rocky Top, Tim Sharp, 57 votes, and Carrie Templin with 265. So there's that. And let's see what else she sent me here. That's got that one. Let's see. Yeah, we still got some numbers coming in here. Is there any new Oak Ridge Board of Education or City Council numbers? You see any on there? I know we've not listed those in a little bit.
I'm not sure. Oak Ridge is not up here yet.
Okay. Let's see. City Council for Clinton in Ward 3, we have Wendy Manus with 1,049 votes. Harper Maxwell has 522 votes, and Michael Shoney Wolf has 666 votes, and that is 87% of the vote. So that one's getting closer.
Okay.
And then
That ward had the most people competing against each other.
yes, it
didn't
had 3. Yeah. And then Ward 2, we had Timothy Bible with 1,456 votes. This one's close. Curtis Isabel
Yeah, but
with
you can vote for 2, I think. Can't
yeah.
you?
Oh, that's
Okay.
right. Yes, and 1,484 votes. So there's just a few votes difference on that one.
Those are 2 really good individuals too.
Very
They'll
much
do a
so.
great job.
Yeah. And then congratulations, Lori. She had 1,873 votes unopposed.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. City Council numbers. We have for Norris. We have Bill Grieve with 468, William Grinder with 496, Chris Mitchell with 494, Charles Nicholson, 495, and Loretta Painter with 460. So there's 70% of the vote in on that one.
And there's 5 of those too, I think, and
Yep.
there's 5 people
Yep.
running.
And then City Council in Oak Ridge, you vote for 4. And we have Carmen DeLong with 2,521 votes. Sean Gleason, 3,074. Warren Gooch, 3,492. And Charlie Hensley has 3,473. And Ellen Smith, 3,435. So it looks like we have Smith, Hensley, Gooch, and Gleason are the top runners there. The numbers have changed a little bit here too for the Board of Education for City of Oak Ridge. Heather Hartman has 2,804 votes. Laura McLean, 3,080. Ben Stevens, 2,499. Aaron Webb, 2,869. So it looks like so far we have Laura McLean, and Heather Hartman are taking that one. And that one we've got about 69% of the vote is in. And
Okay.
yeah, Rome County has got 6 of 21 precincts reporting so far. So we still got some time to go.
Okay.
Yeah. You would think in 2022, numbers coming in would be a little bit faster.
You would think, but it's just the election night woes.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out. I know we just did this, but I want to give a shout out again to our sponsors. We have Greg Hill Bonding in Rome County, and we have What's Up Ballooning, and they are located in Newmarket, Tennessee. That is a hot air balloon company. We have Caitlin Nolan Bonding here in Clinton, and Roan Metals. They have, they're great guys down there. They help us all the time.
Absolutely.
Earl Duff Subaru, they are located down at the end of Galahar Road, and they finally have cars on their lots. So if you're looking for a car. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that's the pre-owned lot. Okay. All right. Thank you. And then Michael Ritter. I have Caitlin on here twice. Mike Ritter, attorney at law. He's located here in Oak Ridge, and Brennan Linehan is his partner. And then we also have Kathy May Martin, and she's with Coldwell Bankers, and she is located in Kingston. So we, again, want to thank our sponsors because we could not do this show without them.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So it looks like you called Mayor of Oliver Springs, right? Omer Cox with 152 and Jason Stiltner with 430. Let's see, it looks like 94% of the vote is in. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that one is,
So Jason's in the lead.
yeah.
And on Alderman Ward 1, Town of Oliver Springs, oops, Robert L. Miller Sr. with 487. Jefferson L. Bass is Alderman Ward 2, Town of Oliver Springs. He had 500 votes. Alderman Ward 4, Town of Oliver Springs. Oh, that's one we talked about. There's
Yeah.
no candidate filed there. Somebody missed a really good opportunity to serve their community.
On the national scene,
Well, what's going on there?
I know. So that we have, yeah. I mean, we get so caught up in this, we forget. In Florida, it looks like Ron DeSantis has got about a 20% lead.
Really?
Yeah. He was a leader in Miami.
Really?
Yeah. The Michigan race is very tight so far. So, let's see.
What's going on in Georgia?
I don't have Georgia yet.
Have that one down.
That one, oh my gosh, that is going to be,
Is it going to be?
yeah, look it up on your phone, Keaton, and see if you can find anything. I think that's been our main focus is our House and our Senate, you know, because everybody's predicting flips, and I know the Pennsylvania thing really got me. That Supreme Court thing coming in right at the last minute, and it basically made thousands and thousands of votes ineligible. And those people, I mean, some of them were living out of state or visiting out of state and had to fly back. And then, you know, the polls closed. And
Right.
so there were people that were turned away, and I just feel like that's so unfair to, have that come in at the last minute. I don't care what party.
I can't imagine being
submitted
turned
it.
away at the polls.
I know.
Because right now, it seems like we're trying to, in Anderson County, really, really encourage people to get out and vote and make sure they do go out and vote. And sometimes we look at the numbers and say, I really wish that more people had taken the opportunity to exercise their right to vote.
Exactly.
I cannot imagine going down to the polls and then somebody saying, too late.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I know.
One thing that I learned during this election in August, and a lot of people don't understand that, in Roane County, you can get the list of people that didn't vote.
That's true.
But,
I know.
and people, it's amazing what I feel like. To me, a lot of people look at voting as, it doesn't matter, or maybe they don't want to be burdened with it, but, that's something that we need to take very seriously, because, not everyone in the world has that freedom. And after looking at numbers on election night in August, heck, I was sitting there, I looked at people's names over there, and I couldn't believe it. People need to get involved, and I want to give a quick shout out to my friend Chase Clem down here in Rockwood. He put a post up on Facebook the other day, and it rings so true. When it said, "Don't let your local elections idle by," because while people get so obsessed with who the president's going to be or who your
And that's
United
important.
Yeah, it is.
But for your day-to-day life, local
Mm-hmm.
is going to affect you.
Yes, and he made the comment, he's like, you need to know, you'll see these people in the grocery store, they'll be the ones impacting your taxes, if you're for or against something, your schools. And, more than likely, your U.S. Senator or the President's not going to know who you are. And, I just think that it goes to show, I don't know how we change that trend to where people, get excited for voting. I know in my household, we were raised, you go and vote. And, there's no questions about it. That's how you voice your opinion. And, like I said, how do we change that to where we get involved, or, get a new generation involved? Because me, being the youngest one here, there's a lot of people my age.
Thanks, Keaton.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, ladies, I'm sorry. There's people that are 30 years old that I talk to, and they've never voted.
I know.
Yeah, my youngest daughter is 20, and she was surprised to hear that other people her age just weren't voting at all.
Yes.
And that's why I had her really working on people her age for my election, trying to get them interested, because that's the age to get people interested and explain to them how important that is.
Well, and that's what I saw, and I think Angeleque can back me up on this. I was the youngest one in my race by 30 years.
Okay.
Well, 25 years. And, that was one thing I saw. I was able to get some new people involved. And, they said it's good to have someone around our age that's interested in this. And, I'm hoping that, not just me, but anyone else, get involved in your local elections. Know who your school board members are. Know who runs your city or town. And, all these meetings, I don't think people realize, they're open to the public,
Yeah,
and
they are.
they're posted.
They are. I know.
Something that Norris Middle School, I remember, did when they were trying to get the Chromebooks into the school, is they brought some of the kids in to go to the Board of Education meetings and to go to the county commission meetings. And that was really a good opportunity to introduce the kids to, this is the way your local government works. And I really saw a lot of kids speak up that didn't necessarily always speak up, and then they were able to get acquainted with people in our county that have the bravery to, it takes a lot to put your
Yes.
name on.
Oh, yeah.
on
People
the
have
list.
no idea.
It's a lot of money, work, and sweat.
Yeah. Well, when I was in high school, we had actually a field trip, and we got to go to the courthouse and all, hold a seat for a day. And I came from a political family too, and, you would get a whipping if you didn't vote as soon as you turned 18 in my house. But, just the influence of that. And I think if more schools were to hold our mock elections, even
Yes,
on
I like
local
doing that.
levels,
I really
think
like
that
them
would
doing
help.
that.
And I think that there should be some more extracurricular activities
Mm-hmm.
and maybe some field trips to go visit the courthouse, or maybe even, have city council come in and talk to them or something. There just needs to be more interaction. And, you're talking about how to do it. Apples fall from the tree, and so we got to take care of our apples. And then then the new plants come, and that's how it goes. So, it's really sad what we've come to.
One thing that Anderson County Chamber of Commerce, they have a leadership class. I know Oak Ridge does
Yes.
too. They have teenagers in high
Right.
school that are in that, and they do come to the courthouse, and they go, I think, every year.
Yeah.
And the judges, we all talk to them, and
Yeah.
the local officials all sort of told what they did, what we do in our job.
Right.
And so that was neat, and there were a lot of people there, and we had a lot of good questions too.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. Somebody's asking about Oak Ridge again. Let me pull this up. This is, let me see. Here's some, we're still at 10 of 28 reporting in Anderson County.
Really? Okay.
I'm going to refresh it and see where we are. Come on. That's something else. We need to give a shout out to our election commissions. Because
Absolutely.
they work really hard and do what?
He's showing 18.
Okay, good. We're at 18 of 28. I just refreshed it, so we'll see what we got. But those people, they volunteer long, hard hours, and we couldn't do this without them either.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
I love all the people who come out and volunteer and work at the polls.
Oh yeah.
No.
And do so year after year after year.
Yeah. Here in Oak Ridge, we have such a, you see their faces every single time. They're so dedicated, and it's almost like when you go to church and you walk in, you see the same people when you go to vote here.
Yes, and it's nice to have that familiarity.
Yes, it is. It is. And, I appreciate the early voting. I really do. But I kind of miss election days.
What I miss is the way it used to be, when it's just like everybody, it was a family event, it was a community event.
Yeah.
And you were able to speak to all the candidates. Some people don't like that, I realize, but I miss being able to go by the candidates and pass out their materials and everything,
Right.
and talk to everyone.
Yeah.
I miss
I know.
how big it used to be, yeah.
I know. And, in other areas, I know Atlanta and stuff, they still go out and collect people and bring them to the polls. We don't have that here, but it's just different here. It's just different. Okay. We need somebody's wanting the Rockwood Mayor City Council again. You want to see if you can find that, Keaton?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm sending out an SOS on the iPad.
We need the iPad working again, guys.
Sorry.
Come help.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Get it to load right here.
Thank you so much.
We're going to pull that up. If you have a request of something you want, you can send us a message through Facebook or message me individually. I think a lot of people watching are friends with me on Facebook, and we'll try to accommodate everything that we possibly can for you.
Let's see here. We're getting close.
Let me give some updated Anderson County information here. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Take care of that.
Excellent.
Yeah, thank you, Brad. Let's see.
Pointer's extended his lead.
Has he?
Yeah, it's 1360, 12 away.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
you
let's see.
said Rockwood.
Yeah, the Rockwood Mayor.
So it looks like 97% in on Chuck Fletchman. Again, he's 10,761. Meg Gorman, 5,373. Thomas Roomba, 102. And Rick Tyler, 163.
It looks like Jason.
Redo your, refresh yours, because
Okay.
I've got higher numbers.
You do?
Yep, just a little bit.
Okay, Jason Jolly has won the Rockwood Mayor race
Okay.
with 467 votes. Congratulations, Jason.
What are the other numbers?
Yes, right here. We have Dudley Evans coming in with 173 and Tim Big Chuck Robinson with 211.
Okay.
So like I said, congratulations, Jason. We look forward to seeing you serve Rockwood. And to the new council members, we have Mike Reed and let's see who else.
Looks like in the City of Clinton mayor race, we'll tell those numbers again. Scott Burton has 1,687 votes, and Zach Farah has 1,024.
That's come up since the last time we read those out.
Yeah, and the Tennessee House of Representatives, District 41, those have changed as well. Republican Ed Butler has 1,596 votes, and Independent John Mark Wendell now has 736 votes. So that gap has widened considerably. Now that's for Anderson County, though.
I was gonna
It's just
say.
Anderson County, yeah.
I think they're waiting on Morgan County.
Morgan's about all the way.
Okay. So we just need Morgan to come in and we can call that race.
Yeah, 'cause I think they put the numbers on.
Okay.
It's really close. It says 89% of the vote in on David Queener and Vicky Vallette on that Ward 1. David Queener has 1,360 and Vicky has 1,208. So there's still some to be had, though, some votes to come in, because 89.66%. But that close of a margin.
Yeah, that's pretty close. I'm going to give City Council for Oak Ridge again. Carmen DeLong, 3,369 votes. Sean Gleason, 3,995. Warren Gooch, 4,335. Charlie Hensley has 4,391. And Ellen Smith, 4,296. And then the Board of Education for the City of Oak Ridge, Heather Hartman has 3,637. Laura McLean, 3,923. Ben Stevens, 3,157. And Aaron Webb with 3,695. And now those are the top three in that race would be Heather and Laura and Aaron.
It's looking like you're in Rome County. We might have the final numbers for the District 32 House race.
Okay.
It is looking like Monty Fritz with 9,628 votes, and Jan Hahn is coming in with 2,916 votes. So it's looking like Mr. Fritz is going to be our new state representative for the 32nd district. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
John Mark, just run Morgan 1,025 to 683.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Can we have those numbers again for?
Yeah,
41?
1,025 to 683. So that's the State House of Representatives, District 41. Ed Butler has
683.
683 votes, and John Mark Wendell with 1,025. He's really well locked up there, so that doesn't surprise me
Yes.
at all. So
Do we have the totals for
the other
Overton?
counties, yeah. I had them. Hold on.
Showing a total of 5583, or 5553, 4978 at Butler and Morin.
Okay. So totals for that race, we have Ed Butler with 5,553 votes and John Mark Wendell with 4,978. That's over 5 counties. So
What percentage is that?
5273 to 47.7.
Okay. Did you say 27 to 27?
I'm sorry,
I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
47%.
Okay, 47%. Okay, gotcha. 47%. So we still got.
53 to 47.
Oh, you're talking about the total percentages?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So Ed Butler has 53%. We were wondering if is that all the votes?
How many votes?
I don't know.
Okay. 53-47 is the split on that race.
Some state's website doesn't say how many.
Okay, thank you.
No, Anderson County's finished.
Right.
Yeah,
County's finished.
yeah,
Don't know about Morgan.
okay. I want to go over our sponsors again because we couldn't do this without them, and if we say their names 20 times, I don't care.
Absolutely.
I want to thank Greg Hill Bonding in Roane County. Greg's been in business for how long?
Just about 8 years.
Okay. And what's their motto?
Just chill and call Hill.
Thank you. So if you get in trouble or if you have a family member in trouble and you're in Roane County, that would be the bonding company to call. And then we also have our sponsor, What's Up Ballooning, and they are located in New Market. It's a hot air balloon company, and they are on you can look them up online and book an appointment with them to take a ride in a hot air balloon. If that's a bucket list item for a lot of people.
Yes.
It really is.
Definitely.
Yeah. We also have Kathy May Martin Realty, and she is in Roane County, and she's with Caldwell Banker. That's Jim Henry and Associates. You can find her right there in the main part of Kingston. Roane Metals is also one of our sponsors down in Harriman, they're in Harriman, aren't
No,
they?
Rockwood.
Rockwood, okay. Roane Metals is in Rockwood. I should have known that. I saw their junkyard the other day.
Yes, Luke White has been just wonderful to the community.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we couldn't do it without them. That's just it. Our local people, they help us to survive. Earl Duff Subaru in Roane County. And we also have Caitlin Nolan Bonding, and she's in Anderson County, and her motto is bringing families back together. And she has been doing this pretty much all her life. So, yeah, she knows her business. And then we also have attorney Michael Ritter and his partner, Brennan Linehan, and they are here in Oak Ridge, and they do both criminal and civil law. So if you have a problem or a concern, you can call and set up an appointment with them. And they also help a lot. They do. They help
Yeah,
the community
they really do.
a lot. Yeah. So
I like
again,
both of
guys,
those
thank you
guys.
so much for helping sponsor our show tonight. And we are waiting for Morgan County to come in still, and it looks like Anderson County and Roane County, we pretty much have those totals. You want to go over some of those again, Vicki?
Okay, on
Victoria?
let's see, which one do you want me to go over? Like Mayor, City of Clinton, that's at 94% right now. Scott Burton is still ahead at 1,687. Zach Farah, 1,024.
I think that's pretty much a called race.
Okay, before I did say that was going to be close. So at first I was not correct on that, but it came down to it.
It sure did.
Then David Queener, 1,360. Vicki Vallette, 1,208.
Okay, Anderson County's all in. All their precincts are reporting.
Okay, I'm updating again then.
Yeah. Yeah, David Queener, congratulations. Scott Burton.
Scott Burton?
Yeah, he's our mayor. Scott's been our mayor. He does a really good job. Update. I believe all of our constitutional amendments are all going to be yeses.
Yes.
That's a given.
Randy McNally is our representative again, and senator.
Yes,
And he's doing a great job as lieutenant governor.
of course. Our United States House of Representatives, Congressman Chuck Flashman, he's our Republican candidate. He has 13,962 votes. Meg Gorman came in with 6,713, and Thomas Roomba had 135, and Rick Tyler had 215.
Is this the first time that Ms. Gorman has run for any office? Okay.
Yes, it is. It sure is. And the Tennessee Senate, yeah, we have that one. That one's done.
So it looks like 97% in John Reagan with 11,089, and Jim Dodson 6,876.
So it's about a 60-40 split,
Yeah.
right? So congratulations to our Representative John Reagan. He will serve another term.
You know, we were talking before about people voting or not voting. There have been races in Anderson County where it tied.
Oh, yeah.
So people that say that your vote does not count, it does.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
We had a county commissioner that had a race that he contested and
Yes.
wound up winning, Jerry Creasy.
Mr. Creasy.
Yeah.
He told me about that.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like in August with Miss Tammy Ladd out of Harriman. You know, there were 9 candidates on the ballot, and her name was not on the first page. You had to scroll down. A lot of people didn't know that. And the first day, until she posted about it, and she ended up getting beat by what, 3, 4, 5
See,
votes?
that's just a shame. I
know.
don't want to win that way or lose that way. You want people to go about things fairly, and I hate it when things like that happen.
Well, if people would look at the paper ballot before they walk into the booth.
That's true.
That would help.
And you know, the Clinton Courier, and probably the Oak Ridger does too, does a really good job of putting a sample ballot in there.
That's
and
true.
also, if you go down to the election office, they'll give you a sample ballot that you
Yeah.
can look at.
Yeah, that's true. I think in Roane County you can just print it off once they post it too on the website. You can
Oh,
just
yeah,
print
definitely.
It off. So, yeah.
We have any other ones we want to go over?
I don't know. I don't think so. Sure. We are going to take a minute and go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Thank you so much.
Let's see here.
Hill Bonding Company is a locally owned and operated bail bonding company handling Roane, Loudoun, and Morgan counties in Tennessee. We are available 24/7 because we realize that bad things happen to good people, and we are here to help when you need us most. We are completely confidential and here to serve you. In jail? Need bail? Just chill and call Hill. Hill Bonding Company, 865-245-4545.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy May Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We buy it on the spot and we pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman is East Tennessee's best choice for pre-owned vehicle sales and service. Earl Duff is a name you know and trust, and we have been meeting the automotive needs of Roane and surrounding counties for over 49 years. Shopping with us is easy, and we treat our customers like family. From sales to finance to service, we're your one-stop shop for everything automotive. Don't settle for less with your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Come to Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman or online at duffpreowned.com.
What better way to see the Smoky Mountains than from a hot air balloon?
What's Up Ballooning gives you the opportunity to do just that.
Located in New Market, What's Up Ballooning is locally owned and operated by Ray Fournier and his wife Marianne. Both are pilots, hot air balloon repairmen and former FAA aviation safety counselors. Their passion for ballooning encompasses all aspects of the sport.
So, for your next adventure of a lifetime, visit What's Up Ballooning. Book your flight online today at www.whatsupballooning.com.
Proactive in the community. Yes. Okay. This is one of our sponsors, Caitlin Nolan Bonding, and she is located in Anderson County. She's actually in Clinton. And then we also have Ritter and Linehan, attorneys at law, and they are located in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. They do both civil and criminal law. So if you need to be represented for any kind of legal matter, you can give them a call. And we also have Kathy May Martin. She is in Kingston, and she's with Caldwell Banker with Jim Henry and Associates, and she is just a sweet, sweet lady, and she does a great job. She is always working. So if you are looking at buying or selling, please consider giving her a call as well. And
So in Oak Ridge, you can only vote for 4, and there's 5 people, right? Mm-hmm. So it looks like right now the person with the lowest amount of votes is Carmen DeLong.
Right, and she's new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was new in the race.
And then on the Board of Education, you can only vote for 3. Again, there's 4 people on there. Mm-hmm. So the lowest person there is Benjamin Stevens.
Okay.
So it looks like Aaron Webb and Laura McLean and Heather Hartman.
Okay. Who had the most votes in that race?
Looks like Laura McLean.
Okay.
4,753. Heather Hartman, 4,430. And the next highest was Aaron Webb, 4,461.
Okay. Congratulations,
A lot
ladies.
of women.
I know. There are a lot of women out there, and
We've come a long way since 1920, the 19th Amendment passed.
yeah. Well, it's not just local either. I mean, we have got more women in the House in the state of Tennessee than, it's just, they're finally stepping up. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, when women have become more independent, and I'm trying to say this correctly, but there's a lot of women out here that are just living not married. And I think that's changed the dynamic. They don't need a man. And so this independence that women now have has caused like a ripple effect, and we have more women now that are doing things that normally was just a man's world. And I believe that might have something to do with it. So.
And I think we have a lot of groups too that are trying to help women and mentor women.
Yes.
And that's a big thing too.
Absolutely.
Is learning the people that you need to connect with and network with to be able to get into positions of power.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Do you want to give those totals again
Yes.
for Rockwood?
I was going through this and I need to refresh it.
Yeah, well, it's 15-21.
Let's see here. I'm sorry.
Let me see this.
Some really tiny numbers.
Yeah.
Can you read those?
We need a microscope.
We need to get those little looking, microscope. Well, magnifying glasses is what we need.
We are, someone's asking who won the mayor race in Oliver Springs. Of course, that was Jason Stiltner.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, I
No.
turned your paper over.
Last numbers we had for Mr. Stiltner was 430.
Right.
Omer Cox at 152.
Okay. Kingston City Council, do you have any information on that?
Last I looked right here, well, we got off of it. Kingston City Council, we have, and this is just going in alphabetical order. It says total on the website. It says it's got David Brashears at 803, Philip Breadwell at 877, Randy Childs at 968, Lucy Johnson with 1,006, Levi Langford 531, Rob Sparks 697. So if this is total, it would be.
Yeah, it should be
If this is over, Lucy Johnson led the ticket with 1,006 votes. Randy Childs coming in second at 968, and in third, Philip Breadwell at 877. And for the mayor's race in Kingston, Tim Neal is coming in with 1,114 votes to Becky Humphreys 800 votes. So it looks like Mayor Neal will be reelected and to another 4-year term. And if this is the case, Angeleque, we'll have 2 out of the 3 seats. We'll have new council members.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, you'll be seeing some little bit of change here and a little bit of turnover in Kingston. You know, and we can just touch on this real fast. I mean, it's people have to realize how hard it is to run an election. I mean, the people until you've been there, you don't know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's like having a baby. No one can explain to you what that's like
I have
until
a lot
you
of
do it.
respect now,
Yeah.
for people. After you run, then you have a lot of respect
Absolutely.
for people that just try to do it.
Yeah.
Because just to get your name out there, it's very difficult.
absolutely it is. You want to go over the Rockwood numbers right here?
Sure.
Like we said earlier, it's looking like total numbers for Mayor of Rockwood, Jason Jolly, 467, Big Chuck Robinson, 211, and Dudley Evans with 173. So it looks like Jason Jolly is going to be the new mayor in Rockwood. The city council, the top vote getters were Mike Reed with 455, Coach Larry Davis with 427, Steve Bryant with 388, and I'm scrolling down here because I want to give the rest of the numbers here. Okay, so it looks like Mike Reed, Coach Davis, and Steve Bryant are your winners. You have Rollin Cook coming in with 193, Glenn Gabriel 291.
Not gonna refresh again, it's 2021.
Okay.
How many precincts in Roane County have reported now?
20 to 21.
Okay, we only lack one precinct
One
in
per,
Roane County. So should be getting that.
but the city election they're done.
Yeah.
Okay, so
City election's done.
with our city council, Rollin Cook coming in with 193, Glenn Gabriel 291, Edward Grief 185, Randy Kirby 305, and that has your winners with Mike Reed leading the ticket with 455, Coach Larry Davis with 427, and Steve Bryant. Congratulations to these three here. We look forward to seeing seeing you serve the city of Rockwood.
There you go. Congratulations to everyone. Actually, to me, I think everyone deserves a congratulations for just being on the ballot.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
We talked about how hard it is to run. And
Yeah. So, well, you want to go over our sponsors again? Why don't you?
Yeah.
You want to tell our sponsors this time, Keaton?
All righty. I want to say thank you to our sponsors tonight for allowing us to put the show on for you, the people. We have Hill Bonding Company in Roane County, Tennessee. Just chill and call Hill for all your bail bond needs in the 9th Judicial Districts. We have What's Up Ballooning.
New Market.
In New Market. That is something that I personally always wanted to do.
Oh,
You know,
really?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it'd be interesting to say the least. I'm not going to say it wouldn't scare me a little bit, but you know, that would be just something that would be really
I think
cool.
it would be fun as long as I was looking out.
Yes, just don't
That-
look down.
Look down.
You
It
know
might
what?
be scary.
It's totally different. You will literally feel like you're flying.
So
It is
you've
the-
done this before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it is the only thing I've ever done in my life that I felt like I had wings and was flying like a
Oh,
bird.
that sounds
It is
really
very
neat.
light, and it's just, I mean, it's so smooth, and even the landings are smooth most of the time because the weather has to be just right. You know, the winds can't be more than 5 miles an hour.
Right.
So yes, if you have a bucket list that you want to do something exciting and different, that's one of the things that you should do.
We have Caitlin Nolan Bonding Company here in Anderson County, reuniting families.
Yeah.
Uh,
Every day.
In Anderson County, you can call Caitlin Nolan for all your bail bond needs.
Exactly.
We have Roane Metals down in Rockwood. Luke White has been a longtime sponsor here at Channel 12, and we thank him. And go down and see Luke White and his team for all your scrap needs. We have Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman. They have their pre-owned lot in Harriman, and I believe we said earlier they sold their Kingston lot.
Right.
Okay, but we thank you, Earl Duff. And then we have Michael Ritter, attorney at law with
Brennan.
Brennan Linehan.
Brennan Linehan. We thank them. We thank you all for your sponsorship. For any legal needs, we would say you go there.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? Both of those guys are from here.
Yes.
They went to school here. Brennan's dad's a dentist, and his mom, she was a counselor, therapist here for a long time, and so there's a lot of roots here, and they know our area well. So that's an advantage, especially if you're going into court. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you say Kathy May?
Oh, and Kathy May Martin.
Yeah, I didn't have her on there. And
Kathy May Martin and OEB Law.
yeah, Elrod. Do you know him?
Tim Elrod, yes, he's awesome. In fact, this weekend I was talking about that my daughter is one of the co-directors for Miss Shining Star, and
What is Miss Shining Star?
it is a pageant that girls and adults with special needs can be in the pageant, and
Okay.
it sort of sounds like, I don't know, it's really an awesome thing to see, because these girls just absolutely love it. It's a really good social networking for them.
Okay.
And you have a lot of the same girls that are in it every time. Sheriff Barker, in fact, was one of the judges.
Well, I kind of
Yeah.
thought so. I saw some stuff on Facebook, and so I
Yeah, he
thought
was one of the
had done
judges.
that.
I was one of the judges.
Oh, okay.
They had 4 different pageants. It was all day long. My daughter spent over like 13 hours there.
Oh, wow.
Helping get kids on stage and that kind of thing. And then they have a talent show the night before, so that was
Aw.
really good too.
Aw.
Yeah, and just awesome talents. Dancing, singing.
Incredible stuff.
Yes,
huh?
very, very impressive.
That's
These
awesome.
girls are just, and guys are also in the talent show too.
Yeah.
I don't think there were this year, but they have in the past had guys in the talent show too. But anyway, they're dressed up in awesome, beautiful dresses, and they really show out when they get on their personality on stage. It's fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a real blessing just to watch them, because they just have such a great time.
Yeah, they have sweethearts too.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So is he one of the sponsors?
Yes, I didn't say that.
It's okay.
Thank you, Angeleque. I got off track there.
I know.
But yes, he was
Starstruck.
a really big. He was a really big sponsor, and he always does help support them. So I really appreciate you,
Yeah,
Tim.
thanks so much.
You've done a great
Appreciate
job.
that. All of our sponsors are good people.
Yes,
They really
yes.
are. So
He has a really big heart.
Yeah, that's great. Any word, Brad?
On
Morgan County? Is that done? Or Roane County is the last precinct in? Okay.
Where'd you put that little sheet?
the only thing I have is the John Martin.
Sheet of paper that has the number on it.
Oh.
Thank you, ma'am.
We still have people watching.
You got any questions?
I'm not sure that that's going to change.
Any candidates that have won want to call in? Talk
Absolutely.
to us?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Bill Lee, anytime.
Yeah. If any of the winners would like to call in, our number is I think it's 483-8112. Yeah. Area code 865-483-8112. If you'd like to call in and thank your constituents for voting for you, then by all means do. The phone lines are open.
Lieutenant Governor McNally, we're here waiting for your call.
Absolutely. I
Chuck
know.
Pletchman, anytime.
I've actually, Randy's called in before, and we actually had John Reagan on the show.
Okay.
One night. He stopped by. So, yeah. I think people, I think there's some parties and stuff going on tonight.
I think there might be a few parties
Maybe,
going
just a
on.
couple.
And I don't blame them at all.
I don't either. They've worked hard.
Yes.
So, let's see. On the national level, it looks like the Senate, looks like on the Senate level, the GOP may be picking up 2 House seats, and it's going to be, they'll have 51.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like the GOP has had a blowout in Florida. They turned heavily Democrat in counties.
Oh, really?
That's what they're saying. But I know that Ron DeSantis won. He's already given his victory speech.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
What happened in the Dr. Oz race, I wonder?
I know.
I'd
Does
say
anyone know what happened with the Dr. Oz race? That's been an interesting race. We're kind of out, we're kind of on an island out here, guys. If you want to put it on Facebook or something and let us know, it's just crucial. You know, it is, and I don't know about you, but I'm tired of all the it's overwhelming, the
Yes.
amount of, and one thing that people need to realize too is we have a lot of artificial intelligence writing articles now online. Yes. So you don't even have a reporter writing those. So if it's not a reliable source like, the Washington Post or New York Times or something, if it's some offbeat name that you've never recognized, don't even
Pay attention to it. It's not credible.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah, my dad used to say, don't believe nothing that you read and only half of what you see. And don't believe anything you read and only half of what you see. And so I think with the internet, we've about gotten there. It's more about people want views and likes and everything else.
Saying that Fetterman's up 51.46%.
Fetterman?
30, with 35% reporting.
Okay. So Fetterman has the lead against Oz.
Okay.
35% reporting those, so we got a little while to go on that.
We hear anything on Walker and Warnock?
That's a
Yeah.
really interesting race, too.
Yeah. Anything on Warnock, Brad?
A lot of publicity on that one.
Herschel Walker,
Yeah.
Yes.
49.5% to 48.6%.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
my.
I knew that was going to be a tight race.
66% reporting.
Okay.
And that-
66%.
In Georgia, you have to get over 50% or they go to the runoff.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people have said they thought it would be a runoff. Walker is up over Warnock right now. Oz is losing big, but vote totals are early. So, thanks, Michael. Michael Mahaffey, he has helped me for years on this show. He lives down in the Oak Ridge, Rome County area, but he and his wife are real sweet people, and he keeps up with politics, and he's actually helped some of the candidates this year for school board and stuff, helped them with their campaigns. Yeah, so he's one of those families that makes sure that his children and everyone else understands that it's important to get out and vote. So, well, I feel like we're twiddling our thumbs here.
Yes.
I think we can too. It seems like we have pretty much called all the races for this evening, and I just can't thank everyone enough for tuning in and watching us tonight. And we will, of course, be seeing you very soon. But Victoria, I want to thank you for coming in tonight and being my friend and not being a judge.
I had a great time.
I know. I have enjoyed it.
Nice to meet you too. You did an awesome job.
Thank you.
And Keaton Bowman, I want to thank you for, being so young and putting your neck out there and being on the ballot. And I really think that we will see you on a ballot again someday.
Well,
I hope sooner than later. And
Thank
you have given a lot to your community as well, and I don't see that changing anytime soon.
I certainly do appreciate that.
I
Thanks the
appreciate
world.
you. And I'm Angeleque Morin, and again, I want to thank you, and I want to thank Brad for hosting us or having us on tonight, and for everyone that watched. Thanks, guys, and have a great evening.
Hill Bonding Company is a locally owned and operated bail bonding company handling Roane, Loudoun, and Morgan counties in Tennessee. We are available 24/7 because we realize that bad things happen to good people, and we are here to help when you need us most. We are completely confidential and here to serve you. In jail? Need bail? Just chill and call Hill. Hill Bonding Company, 865-245-4545.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy Mae Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. Like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs.